You know, some of you right now, you're in the, whatever you call it, the homosexual, the gay, lesbian lifestyle, and deep inside, you haven't been happy. This is what homosexuals can do. They don't really care about how much they destroy. They don't care about destroying family. They don't care about destroying some of the most important parts of our society. You know, that term gay is a misnomer. The average homosexual male is not gay and happy. There is a dark cloud that's there, a confusion and a turmoil. There's no peace, saith my God, to the wicked. The wicked are like the troubled sea, and you're having all these problems inside.
Episcopal parishes have left the denomination over the church's move to support same-sex unions and the ordination of openly homosexual Bishop Gene Robertson in New Hampshire.
I'm sure that many of us grieve as to what's happening in the Episcopal Church. This is what homosexuals can do. They don't really care about how much they destroy. They don't care about destroying a church, as long as that church will legitimize their sexual proclivities. And it doesn't matter. And it's time for the United States, for all of us in America, to wake up to the game that's being played. Any institution of our society is now at risk by people whose desire is not to build the Episcopal Church, not desire to build a family, to build a better society, but to legitimize their sexual preference. And the toll on the Episcopalians for ordaining that openly homosexual bishop is just as.
More than 90% of young adolescents, and adolescents in general, want a very strong abstinence message.
Much of the country's youth are biblically illiterate. 1 out of 10 think Joan of Arc was Noah's wife. Only 1 out of 3 can name the 4 Gospels. 50% of today's high school seniors think Sodom and Gomorrah were a married couple. And with secular beliefs replacing scriptural doctrines, today it's widely assumed man stands atop the evolutionary ladder, proud master of his own fate, free from having to answer to anyone.
In school, they're teaching you all about evolution and Darwinism, and it's natural for animals to have sex. It's not unnatural, and you shouldn't have to keep yourself from having sex.
Well, do you know now what your children are learning about sex in school? Because if we believe that human beings are like part of the animal kingdom, then animals don't have any inhibitions about sex, so we're not supposed to either. When you read in the Bible about the end of the Roman Empire, the Apostle Paul makes it very clear of what he's talking about, that people were abusing themselves with one another, men with men, women with women, and getting in their bodies, the Apostle Paul, the recompense of the reward. Christy?
That's why as parents we have to do what the Lord tells us to do.
Since when is fornication and sodomy, since when have they become non-immoral? I mean, this types of conduct, or these conducts, including adultery, are considered by the vast majority of us, certainly in the Bible, as immoral. And I wrote a leading senator who said that this conduct is not immoral. I said perhaps there would be a sense of the Senate that God made a mistake when he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. So maybe one day the United States government is going to declare that God was mistaken. And, you know, it could come one day, but let's hope we're not alive when it happens. When you forsake the founding principles of your society, you have enormous confusion. There is no moral certainty anymore. There's no guidepost. There's no bright line that we can point to. Look what's happening in Europe. What is going on? They made no mention whatsoever to Christianity, nothing to faith, nothing, no reference to God, no mention of the origins of this Western European freedom and democracy they've had. But all this business about lesbianism, homosexuality, lesbian adoption, homosexual adoption, all this has come about because we have forsaken to say our laws come from the Bible. And if we go back to the biblical standard, this society will come together in harmony. And if it doesn't, we're going to be shattered and splintered into 1,000 different pieces. And that's what's happening. Militant gay rights activists. I will cleanse you. I'll cleanse you. And what you did sexually, the spirit of perversion that has seized you in the name of